measure success as the big house, fancy new cars, a country club membership, or any desire to keep up with the Joneses. To me, that's just debt, debt, and more debt. To me, debt means you could never enjoy true freedom if you have to go to work every day to make your monthly payments on all these materialistic pursuits. My idea of success is freedom. Freedom to spend every day how I want to spend it. I might spend the day out on a boat, or at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame here in Cleveland, or maybe taking in a baseball game with my family. Without financial freedom, I wouldn't have those luxuries. Hi, I'm Bill Spatrino, the editor of the Dividend Machine newsletter. Welcome to my home in Cleveland. I think my destiny to become an investor was clear at a young age. I was just 6 years old and my parents had just had my little brother. So I wouldn't be jealous that my new sibling was getting all my parents' attention. My father bought me a box of baseball cards. I think there were 36 packs of cards, and each pack had 5 cards and a stick of gum. This was back when a pack of cards cost 5 cents, so it was literally a penny per card. Well, I lived in a poorer neighborhood, and one of my wealthier friends really wanted my Sam McDowell card. At the time, Sam McDowell was the favorite player of all the kids in my school. Of course I didn't want to sell the card. But then when he offered me 35 cents for it, I took the 35 cents and bought 7 more packs of cards. I kept selling cards to my schoolmates and buying more with my profits. About 2 months later, my dad came into my room and he saw 6 shoeboxes full of cards. At first he thought I stole them. I said no, I explained to him what I was doing and he was very impressed. I started writing the Dividend Machine because I wanted to share what I've learned about investing with as many people as possible. See, by creating a dividend machine for myself, I was able to retire at the young age of 42. At that relatively young age, I was able to literally walk away from my 9-to-5 job and live comfortably just on the income that my investments generated. After that, I started the Dividend Machine newsletter so I could help as many people as possible experience the same freedom I enjoy every day. I got started in the financial markets purely out of a desire to become financially independent. After graduating from John Carroll with a degree in accounting, I went to work for a small firm at the age of 23. And my first day on the job, I thought, I can't do this for 45 more weeks, let alone 45 more years. Every moment after that, I focused on trying to figure out how to become financially independent so I could finally retire. So I spent hours and hours reading every book I can find from some of the greatest financial minds in the world. I read Benjamin Graham, Warren Buffett, John Templeton, and anything I could get my hands on. I still read for about 3 hours every day. I'm on a constant quest to learn from the wisdom of others. So I was reading all these books, I was absorbing all the knowledge, and finally I decided it was time to invest on my own. Like many in my small town, I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. So to come up with my first money to invest, I sold my BMW and bought an old beater for $1,200. I took the remaining $9,000 I had left from selling the car and started building my dividend machine. Every 3 months I would get my dividend checks. I kept reinvesting the dividends, and when the stocks I owned dropped in prices, I was able to buy more at a lower price. I quickly realized that my concept of building a dividend machine was fantastic. However, it wasn't a glamorous pursuit. I had to ignore the temptation to spend my money on materialistic goods and focus on saving money to keep building my dividend machine. But in the end, I was able to retire at age 42. And now, all my living expenses are now paid for by the income I receive from my investments. That's the goal I have for the subscribers of the Dividend newsletter, to one day be able to comfortably live on their investing income. To accomplish all this, each month I help subscribers build a conservative portfolio that concentrates on 3 things: safety, growth, and income. This will provide a consistent dividend income, and our goal is to achieve a compounded annual return of 10% or more. I think we've been more than successful so far. Our compounded annual returns are greatly exceeding our goals. And recently, the Dividend Machine newsletter has been recognized by the prestigious Holbert Financial Digest as a leading authority as the #1 low-risk newsletter in the industry in 2011. This is an honor I take very serious and a testament to the time and effort I take into making the Dividend Machine an outstanding resource for the average investor. Thanks for taking a few minutes to get to know me and visiting me here in my hometown of Cleveland, Ohio. I'd like you to be a subscriber to my Dividend Machine newsletter, not just for a few years, but for a lifetime.